The unkindness of his daughters who had said that they loved him the most brought the king to a wretched state of heart at once. Kate and Fool, who were constant company to the king, after a long pursuit, took the king to a hut they found. Let the king rest there. But to their surprise, they find Edgar, dressed as a poor boy, seeking shelter in the hut away from his father's fury. Meanwhile, Gloucester, the king's noble, meets Cordelia and tells her about the pitiful condition of her father and the unkindness of her sisters. Then Cordelia besought her husband to let her go subdue her sisters. But at this time, Edmund comes to the palace and informs Regan and Cornwall about Gloucester's visit to Cordelia and that they are planning for a war.
Sir, I'm displeased to inform you that my own father is a traitor and has visited Cordelia and is planning for a war with you all.
Edmund, I command you to lead my army to wage war against King Lear and his forces.
Yes, sir.
Guards, bring the traitor.
Gloucester is arrested and brought before Cornwall. Cornwall gorges out Gloucester's rights for his unfaithfulness unto the king. But in that combat, Cornwall Cornwall gets injured accidentally in that combat and is soon to die. Now the king, driven in madness, puts a crown of straw on his head and sings madly. Cordelia's soldiers catch the king and lay him down. They manage to feed the king some herbs and put him to sleep.
How now is my father? This condition is so pitiable. What an evil and shameful deed my sisters have done by parting our father in this age to destiny.
Oh, Cordelia, my dear Cordelia, how cruel I was to you with no fault of yours. I beg your pardon, my child.
No, my father. It is the duty of every child to love their parents. You don't worry. I've come to reprimand my sisters for an evil act.
The sisters have spoken golden words, but with blackened hearts. Cordelia has spoken harsher words, but her heart was golden. Well, the driven to madness, heartbroken king finally found rest and peace in his daughter, the youngest, most beautiful, the most honest daughter of hearts. But there was a war brewing between both the parties. They had taken a sport against each other, and they knew they had to face each other, one point or another. wife Cornwall, and Regan, the widow of Duke of Cornwall, all fight against Lear and Cordelia, but very soon, Lear and Cordelia are captured. Edmund then commands the soldiers to put them in prison, and later to hang them, because everything liked that anyone would come between him and the throne. The monster sisters, who had been so unfaithful to the king, could not be expected to be faithful to their own husbands. Goneril and Regan both were the objects of guilty love, and they found the wicked Edmund fitting to be their husband. Goneril grew jealous of Regan and poisoned her, but Goneril soon put an end to her own life when she found out that her husband had understood her passion for Edward. Then Edgar, the legal heir of Gloucester, challenges Edmund and takes the overhand. Thus, the justice of heaven at last took over the wicked daughters and wicked Edward. But this part of justice mysteriously falls upon the young and fair lady Cordelia. Cordelia was the young and virtuous daughters whose good deeds deserve a more fortunate end. But it is an awful truth that innocence and purity do not have much place in this world. Heaven took this innocent lady to husband in his young years and showed the world an illustrious example of filial duty. Then the story Edmund reveals the truth before he dies. He had commanded the soldiers to kill the king and Cordelia, but fate unfortunately takes over time.
She's dead like earth. How could I not save her? A plague upon you, murderers! Traitors all! I could have saved her, but now it's too late. Cordelia! My lord, I'll also follow you. Hail the king! Hail the king!
Duke of Albany and Edgar become successors to King Lear and rule the kingdoms of Britain. When King Lear and his beautiful daughter lived in the hearts of the people forever. Hail King Lear!
Hail the king Lear!
Thus, this enrapturing tragedy nears its end. But I would like to quote, true love triumphs over greed, because we all know love is patient. Love does not envy, love does not boast, love is not proud, love does not dishonor others. Love is not self-seeking, love does not show anger. Love does not dislike the evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Above all, love never fails and is everlasting. Now, we have the characters of the play. Awit as King Lear, Sahrika as the first daughter Goneril, Kushal as Goneril's wife Duke of Albany, Madhubala as the second daughter Regan, Varun as wife of Duke of Cornwall, Sharida as the third daughter Cordelia, Manas as the King of France, Vamshi as the Duke of Burgundy and as Oxford, Ganesh as Kent, Ashish as Gloucester, Rakesh as Edgar, Danny as Edmund, Anirudh as the fool, Marshall and Siddharth as the soldiers.
Come down. Two of you can come. Go. Two of you can come down. The service.